Welcome to the Late Night Show. I'm your host, Lexi, and these are my guests, Adam Smith and Karl Marx. So Adam, how are you today?
I'm great, Lexi. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Adam is a Scottish philosopher who is known for his capitalist ideologies. This is Karl. How are you, Karl?
I'm quite well. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
And you?
good, I'm good.
Yeah, good. Very good.
Karl Marx is a German philosopher who is known for his communist ideologies. Tonight we're here to talk about the booming situation of the Industrial Revolution. So, what is industrialization?
Oh, well, industrialization is the process in which a society transforms itself from an agricultural society to a society based on the manufacturing of goods.
Wait, what?
Okay, so how and why did industrialization happen? When and where did it first start?
Industrialization first started in England circa 1750.
Because they had the 7 factors of production, which are natural resources, labor, capital, transportation, government, education, and entrepreneurial spirits.
All right, boys, calm down. How did it change society and people's lives?
Industrialization changed people's lives because it made people buy more products, which encouraged more businesses, jobs, and free markets.
Well, actually, as far as capitalism goes, the Industrial Revolution was really just a gateway into the capitalist institution of government throughout the world. It gave the wealthy an excuse to stay wealthy and give everyone this false hope that they too could achieve financial stability through fair economical...
Okay. Anyways, we found that industrialization brought the benefits of more goods at lower prices, more jobs, encouraged the end of slavery, greater conveniences, and medical advances. But what problems did industrialization bring?
Problems were that the government was interfering with business too much and should only deal with issues like water, sewer, and policing towns. The government should not interfere with businesses and let the owner run their business as they want by being more efficient, like hiring people for low wages.
Aside from the concept of capitalism being absolutely problematic unless executed perfectly, human nature inevitably causes a mass divide between the socio-economic classes fairly quickly. People were struggling to survive for the first portion of the Industrial Revolution when capitalism was in place. Health conditions were hazardous within factory institutions due to the lack of government regulations that capitalism allowed. And that problem is only applicable for the first baby steps that the Industrial Revolution took. I haven't even addressed how these problems have evolved today.
Well, what solution did you propose for this problem? What did you hope would happen?
See, innate human dispositions and desires were causing major problems to the population. Unbiased government regulations would ensure people's health, pursuit of happiness, and that their financial stability would be in order. This is why communism is almost indisputably the answer. Though although it has its ideological flaws, as most forms of government do, it is the most pragmatic way to achieve a healthy, functioning society.
I propose to employ all sorts of people, men, women, and children, and pay them lower wages. Get them to work, which would not only be beneficial to the workers, but also to society, as those who would receive lower wages are more likely to be inclined to move higher up in their work environment.
Taking all this into consideration, was industrialization worth it?
I think it was worth it, because now we have a mostly capitalist society in which the government does not interfere with businesses. In my eyes, the benefits outweigh the problems because businesses expand and grow, providing more income for the owners and more product for consumers. Industrialization is highly beneficial to those of every class due to its social economic freedom to gain financial status in the workplace. Communism offers this opportunity not at all.
See, I feel as if though industrialization was an inevitable progress in human history, and asking me if it was worth it is somewhat pointless. What's really significant is its conclusive significance, how people responded with different problems and needs in an enclosed and confined society. It allowed for so much innovation and such a culture to come together and use every individual's talents and abilities to form this perfectly functioning society, really. Everyone's equal, there's no social hierarchy. It's really, everyone's compatible. The entire socioeconomic levels are compatible. In communist countries, at least.
So what do you think of the world today? What are some similarities and differences?
The world today is okay. When I was alive, there was a lack of regulating laws regarding work environment and infrastructure, but now they are more prominent in society. It's similar because there are still factories led by machines, but different because of all the laws surrounding workers, and also children cannot be employed until a certain age.
But that's exactly why we're progressing. People have more stable financial dependencies when it comes to their career choices. There is more humanity in the work environment as a whole. Governments ensure people have affordable and quality healthcare. Due to child labor laws, there is no societal pressure for children to go out and spend their prime years in this work environment when they should be enjoying their childhood. During the Industrial Revolution, there was that societal pressure for children to go out and do that. However, that never occurred in communist countries due to our government regulations and the stability we offer to every family, equalizing the playing field. These are all laws that weren't instituted during the capitalist-driven Industrial Revolution. Can you people watching imagine sending your child to this factory, this work environment, where they will spend 12 to 14 hours a day working in hazardous health conditions, which can give them asthma, including other diseases. It can stunt their growth due to the lack of nutrition they are receiving because the wages that they are being paid is completely insufficient in order to support your family. These atrocities occurred during the Industrial Revolution, absolutely legally uninterrupted. And is this why capitalism is the true answer? Because this has been occurring in this country for over 300 years.
Do any of the problems of industrialization still exist?
So, socialism has been formally instituted into most capitalist countries today, so many surface issues have been compensated for, so to speak. However, the core problems that have been underlying in this form of government are still present. Core problems still exist, and that is that capitalism ignores the responsibilities that governments have been instituted to address and ignores the issues of the underlying lower classes. Capital is reckless of the health or length of life of the laborer unless under compulsion from society.
Problems from industrialization exist because communism is slowly being integrated into capitalist society through socialism. Capital is not inconsiderate of anyone. The real tragedy of the poor is the poverty of their aspirations.
Did your hopes or predictions for the future come true? Why or why not?
Some of my hopes for the future came true, like governments not interfering with jobs, but then again there are lots of laws now surrounding jobs and workers, so I think the government should cut out of it.
Many nations have adopted communism as their formal form of government, and that, Lexi, is all I could ask for.
Join us after the commercial break to find out who is the father of the Industrial Revolution.
Are you tired of your fields drying out and not being able to plant anything? Well, do I have a product for you? Why don't you try
rotation?
Don't fret. Try crop rotation. Crop rotation? Spring. Summer. Fall. Winter. Don't you love this green grass? Yeah! It's a product of crop rotation. Overall, this is why you should use crop rotation. I love crop rotation.